Good morning, world. Good morning, world. Welcome to Personal Lifestyle Determinants of Health. And today we are talking about relationship habits, mindfulness as a personal lifestyle determinant of health. Oh my goodness, this is also another huge one. And I could have put it in three parts, but I'm going to try to do it in one. We are talking about professional relationships, social relationships, and personal relationships, with friends, family, and people that you care and love. And this one has got all three, the good, the bad, and the ugly. And one of the things that I've learned over time with relationship habits is it's all about you. You have to make a decision in all the relationships that you are in. And it's also a learned habit, it's a socialized habit, and it's a inherited habit. And you get to a point in your life where you have to shed those all those things, and it's just about you and your culpability. My challenge was lack of discernment, but let me explain that one because it's so many layers. Yeah, I was naive sometimes, I was gullible sometimes, but I just totally ignored my intuition and my gut feeling about people, and that sixth sense that kind of comes to you when you first meet someone, but you're so into whatever is going on, the trappings, the entertainment, the fun, that hedonistic drive of why you encountered or met that person or want that person to be in your life, that you are forgetting all the warning signals. And of course, Maya Angelou said, if somebody shows you who they are, believe it. My weakness was, I would see someone and I see their issues, and oh my goodness, I'm a fixer. I want them to be the better version of who they are. And so what would happen is I would start ignoring who they really are, and I would be seeing what I want them to be in my own image. So I start seeing these people in the best qualities of me, and I start equating them to me, and I start elevating them to me of who I am when I relate, when I'm in friendship. And then over time, ooh, when things fall apart, you realize it was your fault. This person was benefiting in the relationship, and you were doing all the work. And believe me, uh, I've got very good friends now, and I keep them. I'm in very good relationships with the people that I have kept in my life, and it's so much healthier for me. And there's just so much fulfillment in those relationships that I actually am not looking for new friends. Yes, I make acquaintances all the time. I meet people all the time. I am a friendly human being. But I don't have to bring them in my inner circle. So one of the first things that I did was learning to filter myself and prioritize my privacy. Not everybody need be in your inner circle and need be your friend at that level. You don't have to disclose everything about your life, what's going on, and no, just because you're commiserating with them doesn't mean you have to start sharing your personal business with them. Learn to listen and empathize and comfort without necessarily making it about you as well. It's difficult because you think if you self disclose, you know, it makes them feel better. It just gives them ammunition if they are not well intentions to pull you down. The other thing that I had to learn to do was set boundaries. Oh my goodness, boundaries were hard, and I grew up in a family where, people were not really, uh, they didn't have boundaries. And they would just think that it's okay. And it's a cultural thing in some aspects. You are a child and it's okay to do what you need to do. So setting boundaries was a difficult thing for me until I started setting boundaries. And also the other thing, like, you don't want to feel like you are being uh, unnice. Let me put that word out there. But it's okay to and healthy for you to set boundaries for people that don't deserve or don't need to be in your inner circle. The other thing is letting go. Oh my goodness, when you've created history with people, sometimes, the good, the bad, and the ugly is all caught up in there. But you have to let them go as you grow and evolve in your own life and your needs and wants change. And if they're not changing or, in lockstep with you, sometimes you have to let them go. And it's okay to step away and, start winning yourself out of that relationship. The other thing I learned to do much later on, in my life was retreat. I don't have to try and resolve the issue with friendship. And if it continues to be occurring, trying to make it work, I will retreat, uh, reflect, reassess, and then regroup. And this is where I would make the decision: is this relationship worth saving? Is this relationship worth fighting for? Is this relationship healthy for my well-being? Because at the end of the day, you will find that you will find that uh, if you keep on working at a relationship with someone or people who are also not willing to put in the work, to put in the time, to put in the effort, it's a dead end. It takes you nowhere. And sometimes let it go. So the other thing is trusting my instinct and my intuition. If somebody tells you who they are, believe them, because at the end of the day, they're not going to change. You have to change. And that's another thing that I learned, that you can't keep on doing the same thing and expecting a different result, especially in lovers, affairs, relationships. You have to change. And when you change and you start expecting better for yourself, you start expecting higher standards for yourself, the universe responds and it starts sending you uh, people of like minds, people of like values, people of like relational mannerisms, and it weeds out all those people that are not a good fit in your lifestyle, in your life, and that don't replenish you, that don't leave you whole. Oh my goodness. And the other one is making myself small so that um other people feel whole. Oh my goodness. I learned that one. And when I stopped making myself, because it's my, you can see that somebody is feeling inferior or intimidated, or somebody is feeling threatened by you, and you want to bring them and make them feel comfortable and make them feel it's all those things. And I just decided at some point, no, it's not my responsibility to make you feel adequate. And if You don't feel adequate. You don't feel whole in your own right without having to uh, take from somebody else. Then you are not the ideal profile of a friend, the ideal profile of a boyfriend, the ideal profile of a person I want to do business with. And it's usually very difficult in personal relationships because sometimes some of those people are family members. Sometimes some of those people you grew up with. You know, you are related to them one way or the other. And you feel, oh my goodness, I have to, uh, again, fix them. You can't fix everyone. And the other thing that, in fact, my grandmother always said to me, you know, don't be friends with people with who lack discipline. And I found that out the other way because a lot of these little nuggets, you know, my parents, my grandparents would give us words of wisdom, but they would not elaborate. That was the some part of it. So it says people with no discipline, because over time I have found that people with no discipline, they have no boundaries, they have no respect, they have no control, inner control of their impulses. They're impulsive, and they'll violate your standards, your space, your boundaries. You know, they have no, they're addicted, they've got addictions. And before you know it, you are so embroiled and caught up in their drama. You are not focused on your own well being and health. And you are being sucked into all this nonsense. You might not partake, but the fact is they exhaust you. They take so much out of you, energy wise, emotional wise. And so just stay away from them. So, I mean, there's so many other solutions, but the whole purpose of personal lifestyle determinants of health is for you to identify your own challenges and start looking for natural solutions that work for you to resolve these issues. And all I can say is reassess, retreat, regroup, and reassess your current relationship and find out what your culpability is in those relationships. And then move on from there to look for solutions. And I share this because it has come as a result of my mindful practice insights. So if nobody told you they love you, I do. Ciao, ciao.